I'm Belle and welcome to How to IT. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the process of making a short clip to upload to YouTube Shorts or to TikTok or anything like that in Davinci Resolve. So let's get started. Okay, so we are in Davinci Resolve. I'm using Davinci Resolve version 20.2.3 for this video demonstration, but if you have any version 20 or above, you should be able to follow along. Okay, so I have just opened Davinci Resolve and I have brought in my two clips here. There's one and there's two. So this is my actual video and this is my outro for the short. Okay, so they are in our media pool. I literally just dragged and dropped. And then we can go to our edit tab. Okay, so the first thing I normally do is cut down my short because I don't want this entire video to be a short, just one highlight from that video. So just a little clip it. So we can click and drag this down to our timeline. And there's this zoom in. So the plus zooms in. And I know my little bit starts around about 20, 21, 22 mark. So I might just play it from here. Okay, so we got 3. We need 3 more. That's a little bit further. Okay, so I might go from there. So we can use our razor blade, cut the timeline on this part of the timeline, and we want to press delete because we want to move everything to the start, just like that. Now, if I just press Control Z, and if I actually pressed a backspace to get rid of this, it would leave that gap there. So that's why we wanted to press delete this time. Okay, so we have our clip here. If we go a little bit further, yes. Oh, that was close. Oh. So I want it just before I start turning. There, that'll do. And we'll get our razor blade and we'll cut that and delete the rest of that because we don't need it for this short. Okay, so I've got my end screen here as well. So we can bring that down and just clip it right next to the other one. Now I don't need these extra audio clips, so I'm just pressing Alt on that individual clip and then press backspace, hold Alt, click it, and press backspace. And I want this Oh, that was close. Okay. And I just want to find the audio just a little bit. Yes. Yes. Oh, that was close. Okay, and at the start here, I want it to fade in. And that looks good. So the main editing part is kind of done now. So this is actually what I want in my short. I've cut my script and everything. I've cut my video. And this is the final project. But so to make the video considered a short for YouTube, it has to be in the 9:16 ratio. So Davinci Resolve supports the 16:9, 9:16, 1:1, 4:3, and 2:1. So let's actually cut our clip. So we pretty much want to cut each side off and have our clip roll like this. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is add our frame. It's like a frame template, so we can actually see what our video is going to look like. Okay, so to do this, to add our little window, so to speak, we can go to this little icon at the top here, so viewer guides, and click on this down arrow. So right now we have it set at default, but I want a 9:16 because we're making a short. So we can click that, and now we have our little frame in. Now, I always like to just scrub through the timeline and just make sure my character or whatever I'm doing at the time is center focused. So let's just look at that. Come on, make it! Yes! Okay, so all of that is really centered, which is really great. If yours is not, you can get your timeline. So highlight your timeline and we can go to keyframes. So for this purpose, say our little guy was over here and we wanted to bring our whole video over into the frame here. We can do that by keyframes. So we can go to any part of our video where we're out of focus in the frame. If it's from the start, go to the start and switch up your frame. Say our little dude is over here and we want him in the middle. We normally just want to change our x-axis. So we have our zoom. We don't really need to zoom because we're quite large and in the frame. But we want to look at this position X. So our x-axis is left and right, and our y-axis is up and down. So if we go to position X and we make a little node, that's our keyframe. This little node is like our anchor point. And I'll show you, we'll explain a little bit about what that means. Okay, so we can come over to our video. You should have all these up here when you're editing. We want video and then we're going to go transform. Now we have our little key node here. And so we can click that. And then we want to change our position on the x-axis. So we can let's just scroll to the left, just like that. Now we can see what that actually did in our video if we play it back. So this is before we changed anything. And now you can see our little guy moved to the left in our frame. Now if you want the whole thing to be moved from like the start of the frame, we can actually just delete these nodes. So this is nothing, we haven't done any editing, but we can go right to the start and we want our whole project to go over. So I'm just going to get rid of that little fade in. So we're right at the start of our project and we want this to go all the way to the right this time. So what we can do is just get our video and move it all the way to the right. And we could have our video just play from that point of view. And then you can also dive deeper into, say you have this frame and your character's not in it and you want it to be in it, but he was fine just, a couple seconds ago. You can then use those keyframes. So we can do our position. So we got our anchor point, and then we want to change the viewpoint to, like, say there. Back in frame. And you can see how you can actually manipulate this video to make sure you stay in this frame by using keyframes. Okay, so my video is pretty good. I'm in the center pretty much the whole time, so I don't really need any of these keyframes. And we can move our position back to 0. Okay, so that was just a little bit about keyframes. Okay, now now the number one problem people have is they think after they have this frame on, they're good to go export. And then it doesn't actually export in the manner that they thought it would. They've still got a full video when they export. So if we go to deliver, you'll see we've still got the 16:9 aspect ratio. And that's not what we want. So we'll go back to edit. Okay, so to get our video the way that we want it and just have our short view instead of the 1920 by 1080. There's two ways you can do it. So you can go to timeline and right click on your timeline, go to timelines and then timeline settings. Then we can click on use project settings and then all the way down we can press scale entire image to fit. So you want to make sure scale full frame with crop is selected. That keeps our image this big and then crops out the right and the left sides. So scale full frame with crop and press OK. Okay, so now that we have the setting set to do what we want it to do, we can then go up to this icon which says timeline resolution, and we can then now press portrait, and our video is exactly cropped how we want it. So we can scrub through our timeline and it looks like we're totally in the view and everything's working awesomely. And that is pretty much how you create a short in Davinci Resolve. Now we can go to the end of our timeline there and press export. And I'm just going to do YouTube. I'm going to call this Blossom Short, and I just saved it into a location that I know where all my videos go. And then we're going to add to render queue. So now our short is up there all ready to go, and we can just press render all. Now, because it's a short, it doesn't take very long. But we should be able to check that it's all done properly. And that is our short video. Well, I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial on making a short. Now you can add, your title screen and also words and things to customize your short and make it more interactive. Come on, make it. Yes. Oh, that was close. But yeah, that is the general basics of how to make a short in Davinci Resolve. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and you guys have a fantastic day.